so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about Yovanna sets the record straight, plus Nene says that Kenya Moore broke the rules and she's calling out her lies. Okay, guys, so we've been hearing for a couple months now that the Real Housewives of Atlanta was going to get extremely heated this season, almost to a what they call a feverish pitch. I don't like it when emotions get too high and people start crossing lines where you can't return back to being friends. When it just gets too ridiculous, I don't like it. And let me tell you, it feels like we're headed in that direction. There's so much going on today on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know where to begin. So I'll start with the morning. Okay, so we all heard this morning that Yovanna came out on a Sister Circle and basically said that Nene made up the rumor that there was a tape, okay? She said that she told Nene that she had receipts, but Nene made up the rumor that it was a tape, okay? It's not, now, did you guys see my video yesterday? I told you guys there's no damn tape. I just felt it. It just felt like there was no tape. But so Yovanna is setting the record straight, clearing her name, which I don't blame her because, I mean, if there's no tape, you're not going to have me going down in smoke while every single cast member, especially Portia, was turning on her yesterday. So she had to clear her name. But the part that I don't like is that we're worried about, is there tape? Is there not a tape? I want to know what was Cynthia saying behind Nene's back. Now, in this interview, she did say, yes, Cynthia was talking bad about Nene behind her back. But no one is telling us what the hell she said, okay? I want to know. I mean, if we're going to go through all this, I like to know what got all of this started to begin with. Was it that bad? Should we even focus on what Cynthia said? I want to know what was said. But no, we're all focusing our attention on, is there a tape? Wasn't there a tape? Now, Nene just came out about 2 hours ago, and she did a video on her YouTube channel where, in her opinion, she was setting the record straight. And she said some really, I don't know what to say, really eye-opening things. I'll put it that way. She said some eye-opening things, people. So basically, let me go ahead and sum up what her video is about before we get into the details. Basically, what she's saying, people, is Kenya Moore is doing way too much this season, and she's behind a lot of the nastiness that's going on. Listen, I can guarantee you guys, by the end of the season, it's going to be Nene versus Kenya, and no one's going to give a damn about anything else. No one's going to care about Dennis and Portia. Who cares? It's going to boil down to those two, okay? So, and they're setting the scene. And it's going to get so bad, in my opinion, that there's not going to be a right or wrong. It's going to be both sides, in my opinion. But let's get into the specifics in which she was talking about in this video. So we all remember that Kenya went on Wendy Williams a couple months ago, and she said that Nene spit in her face. I can't stand when people spit in other people's face. It's disgusting. Well, according to Nene, this is a bold-faced lie. Her exact words were, do I ever spit on Kenya? No. Why she went and told those lies is, again, to be malicious. Now, they're going back and forth about spitting. This can be easily proved, people. Either you spit or you didn't. And somebody's a bold-faced liar. Now, you see what I mean? How this is going to cross the line to where they can't return. Like, things are going to get so bad that these two probably can't go back to being friends. And I don't know who's lying. We're going to find out shortly. But somebody's a bold-faced liar. This is things that can easily be proved. Either you spit in someone's face, which is disrespectful and disgusting, or you didn't. Somebody's lying, people. Somebody is a bold-faced liar. But she didn't stop there. She said when Kenya was at the table and she brought up someone's husband was cheating, that wasn't an innocent remark. She was intentionally coming for Tanya's marriage. And this is what she said. She tried to come for Tanya Sam's perfect relationship. Listen, I kind of feel that way too. Kenya knew what she was doing. That was something that you don't do innocently. Like, I don't care if you name Tanya's husband's name or her name, period. That was a low blow. Even Cynthia said it. Like, what the hell was Kenya doing? That was mean. That was malicious. Now, I've been trying to be fair so far, but right there, that was mean. That was malicious. And like I said, it's getting to the point where both sides are going to do low blows, trying to get to each other. Till I have a feeling both sides are going to end up wrong. But for that, that was really low and dirty of Kenya to say that. And so Nene goes on and says, one thing, I know one thing, Kenya needs to worry about her own marriage, okay? She's right about that. Like, I don't know why you want to interfere in someone else's marriage, Kenya, when yours is like falling apart and we're all watching it. You probably really shouldn't have done that. But then in the very next sentence, Nene takes another dig at Kenya. She said, girl, you haven't been able to keep none of your men that you have ever brought on the show. They've all gone with the wind. You should cut it out. That was a low blow because she knows that Kenya is having a real difficult time right now in her marriage, and there she is poking fun at it. But then again, Kenya's doing other people, so see the back and forth that I'm talking about? And I'm trying to tell you guys, this is just the beginning. This is going to get worse and worse and worse each and every week. Trust me. She said that Kenya is the reason that everything got so out of control on Sunday's episode when they were in Marlo's room talking about Snakegate. She said she kept trying to talk to Cynthia and Kenya kept interfering, which she did. She kept saying, let me talk to Cynthia, let me talk to Cynthia. And every second, Kenya would jump in. Well, you shouldn't have said this. You shouldn't have said that. She really was getting that situation going. But there was like a whole bunch of things going on at one time. But as far as Nene trying to talk to Cynthia, she really did keep interfering. But she said that Kenya really crossed the line. She said before this even happened, the entire cast had a pact that they don't get in each other's personal space because they know that this will escalate things and would probably lead to things getting physical. She said Kenya crossed the line when Kenya came at her, pointing her finger, getting in her personal space. She said she violated the cast rules. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm this kind of person. If you get in my personal space, I will snap, people. For me personally, I don't know about you guys. Everybody's different. But if you get up in here, and if you go back and look at the tape, Nene was right. It was Kenya that first did the point and started charging at Nene, getting in her face, and they did have to pull her back. That's why the guards came all into the camera and stuff. Everyone was trying to break it up. But for that incident right there, Kenya was dead ass wrong. You don't get in people's personal space. And why was she interfering when Nene was trying to talk to Cynthia? I mean, what was the big? She did not want anybody to have a rational conversation. It was like she had made up her mind. This was all Nene's fault, and she didn't want to hear anything else. That leads to drama, people. Much drama. So, and if they all had a pact, don't get in each other's personal space. Kenya, why did you cross the line? Were you just that emotional? You had to get out what you had to get out? Why were you in Nene's face? It's easy for people to say, well, Nene is at fault because Nene does a lot of things wrong and Nene is got a lot of flaws. But if you just boil it down to that scene, who got in whose personal space, well, then, Kenya was dead ass wrong on that one. But like I said, they go back and forth. Kenya will be wrong on this one. Nene will be wrong on this one. It goes back and forth. But what's happening in the meantime is their personal feelings towards each other is getting more and more, I want to almost say volatile. It's just adding up. You know how like somebody, there'll be a quiet person in a classroom and people start picking on them and then one day they just explode? That's what I see coming in this future between Kenya and Nene. Somebody's going to explode and it's going to be bad where I'm sorry, it's not going to cut it anymore. These two really need to just take a step back. But as we know, it's just not going to happen. On the upcoming season, Nene's supposed to really violate Kenya and when she gets in her relationship with her husband, Mark. When Mark is telling her all of this stuff and then Nene turns around and throws it in Kenya's face. But as you can see, they're like playing tennis, ping pong. They're going back and forth. This one does something wrong, that's out of line. Then this one does something wrong, that's out of line. And nobody just calms it down and say, okay, you know what? we're getting out of line here. Let's just try to figure out what the root of the problem is. And this has gone on so long, people. Like, it's going to be hard to get to the root of the problem. Does it stem back from last year when Nene got upset because Cynthia brought Kenya without telling her? Who knows? Because no one's figuring it out. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, things are getting so bad, they can't even watch the episode in peace. Did you guys get a wind of them two going at each other as the show was airing? I believe it was Kenya first. She tweeted, "A snake defending a snake." And then she said, does she own a mirror? On her 6th nose job, always coming for the pretty girls on the show. Kenya. That was wrong. That was wrong. And then Nene tweeted back, "I hope y'all watching this. I hope y'all watching with clear eyes and open ears." I mean, they're just going back and forth, back and forth. And to me, that's just too much. I mean, I like drama, but not never-ending drama and drama that doesn't make sense. I need to know what the root of the problem is so I could try to fix it. But this is never going to be fixed. No one knows what the root of the problem is. All we know is each one keeps hitting the other one below the belt. This is going to be a nasty mess. And that's why I blame Mark, okay? The whole world knows Kenya and Nene do not get along. And he decides to go pick her enemy, okay, to go air and vent his problems to. He knew what he was doing, people. He knew what he was doing. And one of the things he was doing was guaranteeing, in my opinion, that these two never make amends. That's how I feel about Mark and that whole situation. But as far as Kenya and Nene's concerned, it's too much for me. I mean, so much so that, I can't even pick a side because both of them just go at each other below the belt. It's getting nastier and nastier. But that's just me. A lot of people are picking sides. So what I want to know today in my comment section is, I'm going to be messy. This is messy. This is messy. Whose side are you on? It's messy because now it's just a matter of preference because both of them are dirty fighters. That's what I'm going to call them. They're both dirty fighters. Who's the dirtiest fighter in your opinion? And then what do you guys think about Yovanna saying that Nene started the rumor and that there's no tape? Okay. Is Yovanna a victim or is she a predator and just as bad as Nene and Kenya? I mean, I want to know what you guys think about Yovanna. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.